and we're like going up on the ladders. And then he said, we're coming to land Fragadelphia, and it was my first experience. So I was like, all right, let's go. Yeah, let's go. And then I just met the rest of the three, which is Pizza Perfect, Fat Guy, Lucas, and then Ethan G. They're really good. It's a really nice debate.
Solid team, solid team. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me. We are going to throw to a short break, but we will see you guys really shortly for our next match.
And gentlemen, we are here to the tail end of Group F, and N2O was kicking us off with shots and a triple, but finally put down by the God Ravens. My name is Get the Bag Mark. I'm here with All In Gaming. We got another best of three coming at you. CS Do, brought to you by Fragadelphia here in the Tapped Esports Center. All In. Can Detonate dig themselves out of this one-man grave? Obviously, we saw Strife last night reverse sweep against G3. They're out for blood today.
Yeah, and I mean, Detonate, they're down a man, coming off the high of pulling out that last game themselves. But I think a big name we got to start looking at here is N2O, as he started off with a triple. Gibby at least finds a trade, but it is quickly traded right back. Ravens last alive. Kind of a big show up from Matt from the series prior. Fakes the plant once, pops the headshot, gets into a 1-on-1. It's down to Obi and Ravens last alive. Looking to tap these two in the head here as he looks to try and finish it. Gets dinked through the corner of the box there. Continue to try and fight it out. 30 seconds left on the clock. Obi just has to land himself a single shot into a body somewhere. Gets tapped down. 76 as it continues to just jiggle peek back and forth. No ground given, but Ravens clutches it up for Detonate in the opening pistol.
Unbelievable clutch by Ravens. The 1v2, the 4K for the man that was just ripping it off in G3. They're coming right for your heads. This thing got personal in ESEA Advanced this season, right? It's the number 10 seed going up against the 47th, but it doesn't matter. This is not the regular season. This is where it all comes out here on land. You can see who the real top dogs are. But as for mentioned, right, G3 All In, gotta be getting in back with this rhythm here. Back in course. They have done it in the bottom of this group, but now got to do it against Detonate.
Yeah, this is a big wall to climb here. N2O looks to get a little, maybe too advantageous there and walks through a little bit of a molly. Obi takes the fight in towards connector, but the jumping MAC-10 of Enzo finds the headshot. N2O decided to shoot a warning shot at the wall. Still gets one out of it, but yeah, maybe flicked the wrong way.
This rotation up. G3 gonna be up to bat for this. Riding around the corner. Call Me Sue can put the shots down range, but it is this look in from Ravens. Round the corner, it is Fusion that will do the dirty work. Can Calamity collect it all? All in. Is this a situation we have seen before?
Yeah, Calamity with a
Dude, he literally
MP9.
four-spotted every round.
Yeah, for the viewers that don't know, Strife was playing G3 last night. We probably hinted at it a few times here, but Calamity is, I wouldn't say an SMG abuser, more like it is definitely his niche weapon that, you know, when everyone else is saving, he will have the hero MP9, and I'm going to go ahead and say it, the man can clutch with the MP9.
I would certainly say so, and even Ravens just getting that last kill on Calamity, the domination still clearly here and clearly in gear by the MAC-10s that are now going to be back up and hopefully going to be working this one right back. First gun round underway in G3. They patiently waited. Calamity is still comfortable in that MP9 even though the money was what it was. Obi, other side, gotta get going. Gibby, unfortunately the timings are underway, not completely covered up by the fountain, but just enough showing to get you right down.
Man advantage for Detonate again. They continually find themselves in this predicament. G3 down a man often so far, but N2O has something to say, but it is a short-lived sentence as he quickly falls to Enzo. Another name that has seemingly popped up in the series prior. Call Me Sue. Posted up towards back dice, quickly traded Gibby right into him. 4-on-2, and G3 maybe sent to a save now.
Sent somewhere, sent certainly packing, and right now it is Detonate. So red hot off of that last series. Had a little bit of ill intent against Team Karma getting back up in that reverse sweep. That will certainly get their engines running. But right now, G3, they have that sprint into the bomb site, but Trick will have the clue. It's Calamity to be smushed down in this sandwich, trying to flick around. This man is the meat between the bread, and unfortunately is the next man to be dead. It is Detonate to find 3 as that bomb will explode. Not quite. Either way, we get into round number 4.
The meat between the bread, you really are hungry, man.
Oh, dude.
Just food on your mind along with maybe that 7-Eleven slushy.
Oh, man.
Hell yeah. As my voice is starting to go, dude. Just like Detonate are starting to go and get away with this one. 3-0 start here. G3 yet to really find that answer. It's Deagle's armor mixed in, thrown in with it. MP9, of course. Why the hell not? Calamity rocking it. Continues to just do exactly what Calamity does and just cause a little bit of chaos in the mix.
It's causing chaos to the economy. I don't even know this man. He's getting up with the MP9 every single round, and honestly he is doing a bit of effort himself to try and get this gun nerfed. Something has got to be done. Calamity, I honestly got to respect what you're on right now, but really it's worked out so well. You know, G3 were a team that were really showing out in some of those qualifiers, and you know, we're not going to avoid some of the tough conversations when the Rocket incident happened and unfortunately some bans occurred and maybe some teams were shifted around. G3 was a team that gladly stood up to the plate and really right here does. The pitch comes out, they knock it right out of the park against that buy with a huge eco they just got.
Call me Sue finding the triple with the Deagle right there, landing a third one in towards Enzo, closing it out. And for all, you know, the rifles G3 might need to win around it, sometimes you just need a good couple Deagle shots to turn it around for yourself and find that first round. And honestly, Detonate putting 3 straight on the board doesn't really mean you grant yourself any sort of stability, as they are right back in the dirt financially.
Gotta dig it out. Somebody give him a shovel. Somebody give him a leg up into something, because Obi has, but just shots back and forth. N2O, let's see how he just defends with the molly. It's gonna be close and personal to him. He put it down entirely. Fusion other side, crouching into the wing. It's gonna be a tough one, but he finishes the job.
Yep, 2-man advantage at Nate, doing a touch of damage, but Gibby not really phased by some shrapnel in his chest. Matters not, but Calamity continues to do exactly what he does best, find that kill with the MP9. Looks to open up the round here and stack 2 in a row for G3. Ravens goes for the spontaneous jump spot. Calamity finding a double, throws away his weapon of choice to probably just give it to another teammate. Let's be honest, he's not keeping that AK.
Be ever so patient, because you know this man is cooking with fire and on something for sure. Calamity, the SMGs, they can never go away. I mean, 1250. Somebody stop this man. It's going to be 2 ripped off in a row for the CT side that is just looking to go toe-to-toe with these Tech 9s. They do want to start this off with a bit of a rush. Maybe, just maybe the tempo play underway.
Blocks, finding some space quickly towards that B site, but is it going to be short-lived? This entry, Enzo finds nearly almost all the way on towards site, but it is quickly dissipated, and Gibby gets 1 kill out of it, but we're all tied back up 3-3. Detonate really could have probably used a plant there, but still should be able to find themselves a purchase of some weaponry of sorts.
Detonate called timeout. They talk about it. It started off so well, but it's matched. Copy and paste, G3 say, with their 3 in a row, and in group number F right now, group number F, oh my goodness. Yeah, that's how you know we've had a lot of talking that has gone through the minds today. Right here in group F, that we do have these top 2 teams fighting it out. Both of these teams likely to be in those playoffs, barring Team Karma turning up like they did in the first series, first Detonate. And if G3 are to take this, that would be a hell of a rematch. And I know that there would be a versatile matchup going on right there. And I think we got to talk about Persona Esports as well, because I don't think this is a free win for Team Karma when they go and play again. That's going to be the number 40 team in IM. Last time I checked the playoffs, they were 3-1 all in. That's got to be making main at least.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you know, oh, was that? I'm not sure that. Nade went exactly where he planned to, but Obi just going to continue to post up towards his bathroom angle. Detonate not really playing too aggressive, kind of feeling him out this round. knowing exactly what G3 is coming into the round with an op, that might be something that they're kind of, counting for. N2O, though, the man with the op, who is currently sitting 7-4, has definitely started to help mount this comeback for G3 into the way as Ravens takes out Calamity. As I'm not sure if you heard exactly what he said, but I know I did.
I don't know if I can exactly repeat it, but if not heard, then something definitely felt in the way with a shift over. Gibby gets that frag. Call me Sue. N2O still dealing the damage. It's 2 on the Opper, and he's the stolen code stopper. He's got this right. The Divider and even getting the wall bangs. Fusion to keep him alive. He brings out the sidearm. It's a little bit quicker than reloading, but it could be quick into the 1v3 with 45 seconds left. Fusion, the Magician, he's put it into a snap, and it's a 1v1.
Fusion in a good position. Doesn't have bomb on back yet. Clearing out some angles, double checking, making sure this last CT side player isn't finding a sneaky angle against him, but it's actually quite that. Even besides, reloading's the best option here. And maybe now actually just realizes he doesn't have the bomb. He's gonna double back, put some feet to the pavement. That molly is kind of a little off. It's gonna actually give him enough room to maybe get out towards APC. No, it's gonna block him off just a little bit.
Molly placed out, knowing exactly where Fusion in, but the Shark with the jaws is just going to leave his mark. Do not swim in these waters. This beach going to be closed permanently. Fusion with an absolutely huge play. He is the Great White.
Yup, exactly. Clamping the jaws down from that op. I mean, the op played an important role throughout the entirety of this round, whether it didn't matter who it was in the hands of. It was needed. Fusion closes it out with the recovered op from his sadly deceased teammate.
Yep.
But now we're gonna see kind of a little break in the money for both sides. Everyone really struggling, and this is one of those round-defining rounds that could really set that pace continue for this first half.
I would certainly agree. Martin Scorsese type of camera angles that we have. You can check out G3.
Sheesh.
Ever so cinematic. But let's see if they are the good fellas. Let's see if they can stand up to the test. It is Detonate that has the energy and the synergy off of that clutch. Can G3 put him right back down?
G3 looking to swing right back into this round, and Calamity's leaving off exactly where he chooses to be with the MP9, and he opens up with a double, a triple with the MP9. Absolutely eviscerates this monster push.
That's exactly the play that you want, and now the clutcher gonna be right in your hands. Go to the Butcher, and they will just put you down. What a nice cut they have laid, and it is G3 to tie us up today.
You know, I don't think I've seen someone use an MP9 quite like it. Like, do you think he goes and just practices his spray with MP9?
Yes.
Yeah, I did too, honestly.
There was once a man that asked me for an MP9 tutorial, and I looked it within myself. There was one of my first ace in main. I'll never forget this when I was together.
Oh, there we go.
Was on Overpass behind Dice. Was against a bunch of Glocks. Was definitely one I keep in my back pocket when I'm looking for the nostalgia moments. But I don't know if I can teach that course. It might be Calamity because it would have to come through. I don't think the MP9 is going to shine in this round, but ladies and gentlemen, we are not kidding about this, and actually, you know what? I'm looking like a fraud right now. Calamity's holding an AK.
Yeah, I was going to say the MP9 because there is none. But, it's okay, man. You just assumed he did, and I can't really blame you. This is the second time in 9 rounds we've seen him use an AK. Even when he had the option to get an M4, he chose to be a support player.
I support that. If I do say so
You support
myself.
a supporter? No, that's
got to do it.
role.
Who looks out for the little guy, right? The guy that gets none of the credit.
What do you
Throwing
mean
the
little?
flashbangs, doing the dirty work. The things that people don't see in the trenches. They try to get it down and gritty because now Call Me Sue is inside of your city. He is getting on top of that boost, but unfortunately finding nothing close to the wall bang, but no dice.
Call Me Sue could easily get this kill, and almost lines up a collateral.
Goodness.
And they're completely fine with not moving either. They're dedicated to the nuke drop over on towards Pillar. Comes up empty, sadly, and the sacrifice and head on a swivel for Calamity. Finds one, a second on the board, switches to a P250, and he closes that kill out as well. Trick Glass alive. and there is no tricks left in the bag for him. It's just got to be a straight-up fight.
Police tape up. Do not cross. It really is the sheriff out here, Calamity, right at the tunnel. I don't know what you want to say, but this is just too easy for the man. Flips out the sidearm. Call me Sue, the man that was just all over the place. And through 10, G3 come out with a timeout. And what a half they've laid into this. It's Detonate. They're going to be on those Glocks, and they will be just put out in this one. I mean, it's round number 11. I know they had a round where basically with nothing that they got against Team Karma, but maybe they've cashed in their only token for that in this tournament. I mean,
they started off down 0-3, too.
Absolutely. It's going to be this half that's going to meet up underway, but I don't know, man. Match pause for it. Maybe something a little bit more happening than technical difficulties as we are back into the fray and with the freeze time out.
I mean, we just take a look at the scoreboard. Call me Sue, 106 ADR. Obi, 46, you know. N2O, 125 ADR. Calamity, 121 ADR. Averist, 46, I think it said. I mean, yeah. I mean, either way, like, you can't really start ADR stacking when you got, you know, Calamity mowing people down and N2O to back them as well.
And maybe to get more, back them and try and stack them right here with the Molly underway. That's going to stop them up. Can Obi make him pay? They're going to be flooding in right with their baguettes. They have gotten out with N2O backing up. The man on the 4-3 resolution cannot pick his prize. Gonna get dropped for it. And Detonator cooking up something delicious.
What kind of delicious meal are they cooking?
I don't know, but I think we'll unfortunately have some G3 in it. Call me Sue. Wants to try
Omega G3s?
Yeah, you gotta try an 86 the menu. Get this up for something. Even if you do lose the round.
86 it.
86 it. Get it off.
They would never do that to a beef Wellington.
Not when
I'm
I'm on the mic and not when Sasquatch is running things.
That's true.
Not at this LAN.
You know, I strive to be a man like you that shares pictures of their beef Wellingtons. And I don't think I could. I just don't think I can.
I hope people know that we're literally referring to the food.
No, they're not. They show some very delicious looking meals indeed. Just like that's exactly what Detonate cooked up here. A quick little W in the round, which is exactly what they needed. A quick pause to gather yourselves here as we come into the last round of the first half as Detonate have finally inched their way back into closing that gap and a potential, you know, tied scoreline.
Tied scoreline indeed would be the results if Detonate are to just stand and go back to where G3 came from. Send them in the way. Can you get right over this big obstacle? It's going to be Obi at the beginning of this one, but N2O just drops the crucial one, giving Detonate a second life. The opera difference right there. Fusion will not miss. You know what type of engine he is brewing, running on that premium this weekend, ladies and gentlemen. Well-oiled is the machine of Detonate, who just collect 2 picks in this one. Second coming off of Enzo.
Yeah, great ability to follow those tracers through the smoke and land that shot. Opening up connector for a nice little wrap down here, but Fusion is going to stop Calamity as, how can he realistically stop Calamity? That's got to be like, I don't know, some sort of sign from God, almost.
Is he the MP9 god?
Yeah, I mean, you see him buy an MP9.
He is definitely like the club president at this point. At least. And I think that's disrespectful.
VP, at least, you know.
Dude, oh my goodness.
Founder, one would even say.
Trick is the founder of something. A new way to get into the bomb site short. Just finding the timing on it. Maybe just making all of G3 look twice, and Ravens, you can think all the way back to that pistol round that we had, all the heroics coming out of it. But this is Detonate keeping pace with G3 and Overpass here. It's going to be ever so clear that they are going to be up in this series in Group F. That just can't be decided quite yet. This first half in our first game gonna be done, and we are still looking for an answer. What highlights we've seen all in, Fusion, what a game, and, you know, honestly, a tournament that he has had. You know, we've only seen
Yeah.
a couple of games from the man, but, you know, Detonate are a team that maybe fell out of Fragadelphia when they didn't want to, right? I think there were times where they were even playing at 4 in the morning. They were working so hard, and right now they want to be able to compete in this playoff with the rest of the big dogs.
Yeah, and I mean, that's, you know, the momentum shift finally going back into the way of arguably Detonate, but it's essentially back to 0 here. They're playing for a half, and I wouldn't be surprised if this one really goes the length. I mean, in all sense of the fashion here. I mean, these are two strong teams, two, you know, well solidified teams as well that can kind of put up a fight against anybody currently on this LAN.
They definitely went the distance, but can G3 go the speed? Enzo, he is not all alone. He's got the squad with him in his time of need, but I don't think they're going to be quite avoiding exactly what they have, because now it's G3 who changed their minds. Quietly, patiently, ever so studious. It's 1 minute all in, and now the grand trick revealed.
Some taps from the USP from Gibby. Nothing found just yet, as he eventually does connect to Calamity's head. Call me Sue quickly in for 1 and 2-0. Gibby's still alive and causing quite the commotion. Obi-1 on 3, and he's out of it. That's Detonate to find it.
Quietly waiting for their mole to pop up, and it's Gibby to get hyped like that. 1, 2, 3, and 4 for the man. Disgusting from Detonate. 7 is their lucky number, and that's what they're repping now.
Sending G3 packing is what they're looking for here. Deagles. Calamity with a MAC-10. I mean, for a second I was debating if maybe he won't. Why would I ever think he wouldn't? Of course he does.
Of course.
And I mean, I guarantee he's going to make it worth it
He's
too.
gunning for Gibby or Trick or Ravens right here.
Oh
so
yeah, he's looking to shut it down.
Well, no. Get the round short. Collect that sweet, sweet SMG. Obi, first man up to bat. And 2-0, a jiggling like that, you could do a lot of damage. And he's going to be taking advantage here with the headshot. That's going to be clean. And now G3, can they stand up to the test? Trick to deal out the next question. It's a dunk right into the basket. He's good from 3, and he's got that headshot from the knee. There is a it's just a 1-man advantage for Detonate right now. We obviously forget about these Deagles and how hard they have hit, but it's about all in. We're in Philly. It's about how you can get back up.
Yeah, and getting back up is exactly what needs to happen here. And I don't think some of these G3 players are going to be getting back up as Kamisu gets absolutely flattened. It's Averis last alive. 1 on 3 does some work with the Deagle, but will it be enough? Has to find a few more on 19 HP. No. And I will say, Calamity didn't get a MAC-10 kill. Kind of disappointed.
Hey, man. Live up to your brand. Stay in the awareness, but when you have clotheslines like that that just dry out the enemy when you don't even attempt it, G3, they can get tricky, but they can't complete the full move. It's going to be 2 that's going to be on Detonate right now. And it just goes down to a science, right? You all know that on the online regions, you will gonna really just try and get over an advantage to one side, excuse me. But right here, it's just made in the server. Any given Sunday in any of these groups, right? It's Friday right now, but that's the sort of attitude you have to get. It doesn't matter. You played 5v5 Counter-Strike this whole time. You're on LAN. This is the most fun you're going to have. Why not have a complete ball and try and bring it against G3, try and be that #1 seed?
Yeah, Calamity taking every bit of the nade. Down to 49 HP. Tricked looks to counter the MP9 abuser with the MAC-10, but Calamity comes out on top as he can't be stopped. Ooh,
what?
The timing. Are they shoulder to shoulder right? 100% shoulder to shoulder. Who spots it? No. No way. He fades away into the abyss.
No.
They both just call it quits and don't even realize what was happening. What a moment. What a CS timing.
what do they say? Every single caster, including Mark. Yeah, like ships in the night right there. I guess you could
really.
say. We're going through the low hanging fruit right now, but so is Ravens picking the apple off the tree. But can he bite in? The answer is no. Ripped right back from Sue. Can you call Enzo up? Dials the number. It's going to be Sue that gets it in, and a new 40-second timer. This thing is just raining, and it is G3 to pick up that telephone.
Yeah, call me Sue, intercepting the call, as well as the kill there, closing it out, getting G3 back in the right position here, and setting in motion an ability to tie this one back up. Now sits 7 and 8. G3 down a single round, and the economy for Detonate might be a little bit rocky from here forth as we go into the round, and it is just USPs in a P. Oh, is that Dolly's? I forgot how that shows up.
I believe that is the P2K that's up and away. You know,
Sorry,
I think I
not used to
commented
seeing a
on
P2K, dude.
Dude, there's always one, and we're not going to hate on Fusion because, you know, sometimes they can just be cooking with it. And honestly, I'd like to see him give it a good shot, but oh, womp womp. USP Club wins again. They take him out just like that. Targeted, simply because of the choice of the pistol, but I don't think it matters.
Oh,
where
see,
you're
USP got a kill, P2K didn't.
There it is. One vote for USP squad. Bias caster all in. Oh,
dude.
Don't do it to him.
Don't talk
Not
too
to
loud.
Ravens.
Don't talk too loud. Don't let them know.
I thought this was supposed to be a friendly land.
It is. Depends on what your version of friendly
Dude,
is.
this is not friendly.
Do it.
It's not!
Let's go! Obi with the quite literal backstab. Friendship, if there ever was one, is now out the window.
Oh my god. You know, when we said they were out for blood, I didn't know that they were thirsty for it. My goodness. What a stab that comes in there through those shoulder blades. And maybe they've just got the dagger right where Detonate did not expect it.
Yeah, and honestly, sometimes you need a good knife kill just to kind of keep that hype up, you know, on your team. Why not, right?
Yeah.
If there's an ability to do it, I'm going to tell my teammates to back off. This one's mine.
Back off indeed. 2 in a row. It was matched this well in the first half, but this time it's only... Oh, boy.
Uh-oh. No.
Yeah, unfortunately, I think we're going to be seeing some of these G3 members hop out of the server.
Oh, no?
Is the HUD?
The HUD's just wrong right now.
Okay.
I'd rather that.
Yeah,
That's fixable.
I would tend to agree, but they'll stand onto the court
There we
and we are back with exactly what it is Enzo to expect. Excellence from his squad, but I think that envelope has entered and left just as quickly as it arrived for Detonate.
Hey, Clowney's got 3,200 left in the bank. And he's kind of gripping onto a MAC-10. Fusion finds that first kill on Obi. But this MAC-10, yet to really let loose. But maybe it might be a little too late. Currently a 5-on-3 man advantage here for Detonate.
And G3 lurk outside and wait for a Detonate player to just try and get a little bit tricky. They're absolutely trying to get into this one right now. It is a tie game, and G3 ever patiently so waiting. It's one player to be brought back in through Monster right here. Nade's going to be up on her way. That's where that middle sight smoke is going to go. It's going to be right in fruit, and G3, they're going to try and make some sort of holy pursuit out here. Nade's going to stop them up. Calamity, try your best, but unfortunately, you may not always succeed. It's okay. There is always tomorrow. There is always round number 18, because now Detonate have recovered that lead back.
You know, Call Me Sue tried to make a play there. Not really too much you could do. A little bit out of position. I mean, sometimes you can't really always make it work. But G3 haven't really lost it. They just kind of need a few more of their members to kind of pick up that pace, and they could easily bring this one back. But I mean, you take a look on this is actually kind of a mirrored scoreboard. 3 players for each team going off. 2 players kind of a little slower on that end currently. And I mean, this is still ultra competitive for both sides. Nobody running away with it. The rounds are being traded, and it's just like the first to string a couple rounds in a row, just going to reset that other team.
Definitely, and I know that Detonate definitely has its doubters, so they want to be the ones that can stand up to it, and G3 is a tall task, but currently it's in reachable distance. Right here on the CT side, they can try and put in with the details. Trick, the captain, he's got to be up with the squad. And 5 and 13, I'm sorry, my friend, but that's just not going to cut it. Luckily, his team on top, and now just waiting for his number to be called. It is 2 more players to be out installed back to this short position, but there goes Obi around the world, and I think the exit to go. Bomb is still going to be left outside of Monster and all in. I don't think anybody's going to be really too close to that.
Yeah, this one's going to have to backtrack a little. 45 seconds left on the clock. They're going to be cutting this one really close. And it's going to be kind of rough for G3 to kind of rotate back in its. Have they even realized they don't have the bomb? I don't think they have really gathered that information and passed it along. And now they're finally making a move for it. But 25 seconds, do you just kind of call it off at this point?
It depends. You might have to now, but Fusion missing a shot, causing a little bit of confusion, at least for me. Something wrong. Somebody get it checked, Obi.
Oh, wow.
Gonna allow a hole to be made in the defense, but you go back to back, and Gibby will just stand up. It is double digits are going to be found on the side of Detonate, and you hear them getting hyped up over there, so we'll stay calm down over way. My goodness, are Detonate just exploiting every single inch by G3. There they get another plant, so you're not so far through with that final blow, but keep standing toe. 11 to be next, and you're going to be seeing those Glocks underway. Obi with some utility.
This is an odd buy.
Yeah, set him up for it. It is mixed. Oh, I didn't even see that. Maybe he didn't have to.
Yeah, I mean, Calamity obviously forced ball, but Obi backed behind him as well with the Tech 9, some armor, and utility, so I mean,
I don't know why that makes me crack up every time when
what, the
literally,
Mac 10 force?
Yeah, like the last, probably like 40 out of the last 60 rounds we've like casted for Calamity.
I mean, honestly, you even take away the opening pistols.
Can
it's more
Leadify
like 50 or
stat
60.
how many times Calamity has force spot?
That would be the
It's like
stats.
99%. Takes notes at home, ladies and gentlemen. Those SMGs gonna be real cheap. They net the profits that you can only dream of stealing. But here it is, G3, they want to go swiping, but says no from Fusion. Can he go and loop around for it? It doesn't even matter, but I don't know. The Tech 9s can shatter. All in, press the panic button.
I'm panicking, I'm quite literally, I panicked so hard I shot my fan. Averus now last alive, 102, and if there's a will, there's a way. Calamity made the space with his Mac 10. Averus on 2K, he needs the 4K to close this one out. And is that a pizza delivery? Oh, thank you guys. I'm not gonna take your pizza from you. You guys earned it.
That is Rebel having a nice victory celebration, but somebody get Domino's on the phone. Whoever is gonna cook up the best pizza in Chinatown, you better bring it to the winner of this 1v1 because you're cooking up something extra large. Can you get this slice? It is Gibby to go around the globe, dancing around the truck. Now the forearm scene, but right into the green. It is that clutch, and fist bumps underway. They say all good on the side of Detonate, but it is G3 that get this one right back.
Now that is a play right there. That is exactly what G3 needed to get themselves back into this one before it kind of potentially got out of hand. And the 4K came in. Exactly. And you know why? All because of a nice little Mac 10 force.
Every single time.
There it is again.
Oh, how we love it. Even when you can, go up and above. Why would you? Maybe get every nade. And we'll stop talking about it. Right, we know that this guy is going to get out and make the money in Calamity. You like SMGs, we get it, but I think it's almost a little bit more than a bit because these SMGs can actually be extremely deadly. And this is why I was talking before. Unless this guy has got like some sort of political opinion about Counter-Strike SMGs
Make
in
SMGs
today's
great
economy,
again.
then he is just abusing them to the full max and is honestly going to make Valve make a change themselves.
I mean, honestly, and he's doing the Mac 10 strat of jumping every corner.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, oh my god, that nade goes sailing past N2O. But, I mean, still, you did see a little bit of pistol action here, get some picks, but we're right back where we all started at the beginning of this. 10-10. This is still map 1. This is Detonate's map pick, And G3 looking like they're having a little fun with this one.
G3, they're always laughing. They're always having a good time. There is Detonate to try and get this one back in. A tack timeout going to be up and into the process. So can they get this word? It is a tie game in round number 21. G3, Detonate, they are going back and forth. This is Group F, ladies and gentlemen, here on Fragadelphia, day one in the TAPS Esports Center here at Old Chinatown in Philadelphia. We are getting right back up into this one. Round number 21, all in. This is where the blood will spill.
Yes, sir, indeed. Blood in the water, and the sharks are swarming, and them sharks are G3, but it looks like Enzo has a little harpoon there. Fusion finds a kill of his own. Calamity finding an AK this time. This is the third time that man's touched a rifle this entire map. And it looks just as effective as his SMG plays, I would say, as maybe he does practice the spray for a rifle.
Trick. A one-man army over towards this B site. And a lot of times, as this Barrels player, you'll have to be self-sufficient. Right here, let's see how they can send this layer back up to this A site with OB Elite. Let's see if he can complete this task that is going to be in front of him. It's one assignment that's dealt out by the teacher. Can Obi just be as loud as a preacher? He would have to be screaming into this peak, but he's obviously waiting, and this is so smart. The brain's out right here. If he goes clean under the headshot, this will be one that he has projected. Calculated, ladies and gentlemen. There's Obi breaking in. This guy had it all lined up the entire time.
That is, more discipline than I could ever hope to have, honestly. I'd be eager, but eventually he does pay the price for his trickery, as Trick gives him a little treat. It's one-on-one Averist, getting himself into a better position on the other side of smoke, but Trick is just going to kind of wait out the smoke here, get into a better position, and he's not going to clear the close angle, but it doesn't matter! Can't make the adjustment! Trick clutches up, Detonate have 11.
That is their captain, and that's exactly the man you want to channel this energy through, right? The heartbeat of this Detonate Academy. They want to try and explode into map number 2 with a one-round lead, and this is the man to get hyped up. Had 2 kills through that round, but it all mattered there at the end. What a great play for Moby that we can highlight, but you just got to know exactly where Detonate have been to get to this point. You know that it means a lot to them. Can they bring the deathly blow to try and get 12?
Yeah, Trick kind of just like running out there. Might have thrown off the aim there, not expecting someone to just kind of swing out so fast and wide like that. Couldn't really grab it in time to get that kill. But Calamity decided he's done with his SMG arc. He's on to his rifle montage arc. And Call Me Sue, Averist leading this push with the bomb behind him up towards long. Detonate looking to kind of counter off the back of their victory with an op from Fusion, but Gibby doing his best performance for Calamity.
Enzo at Divider. His barrel won't be seen. Whoa, does not clear this one out. And there is a 4v4 that you have in the way. Calamity going to be down to 11, but sporting the rifle right now. May just have to land the headshots. Call Me Sue rounding the corner with the duo. And front bathroom taken just as it is given. This timing going to be insane right now by G3 with how much space that they do take. Enzo, I like this position just being hot on the trail. Obviously going to be having the shadow advantage, but now I don't think they're clearing this. And a double from Enzo. This is the superstar rifle activating right here. He has a third on his plate, cannot eat it up. It is Obi that is back here on the A-bomb site like he never left.
Planning for front, Dice fakes it once, lets the rotate come up. Lets him walk straight to his crosshair, pulls back, drops the smoke.
Again.
Calamity swinging back up in towards Optimus. Trick trying to land a shot here, do some damage. Again, tapped twice, finds one. The low HP! Tricked! Absolutely leveling the push onto site with just a touch of damage. That's 12 on the board for Detonate.
Oh my goodness, you hear this squad, some of the most lively in the TAPS Esports Center we have seen all over the weekend right now, and it's only day one. Fragadelphia just getting real, and I hope you guys are as excited for the games this weekend as I am. Detonate, can they bring it through? You saw the celebration. Every team is going to know they got to pipe down, but it's only 30 seconds that they get to catch their breath. It is G3. They've gone on to close qualifiers. This team has the experience, but right now, we'll say it on paper. This is Detonate. The reason they have their doubters, the number 47 team in advance. But when you bring it out here to come, it will be a map number 1 that is almost within your grasp. You almost got finger number 10. Can you grasp it with both of those?
With finger number 10?
Dude, or I guess finger number 8. What, you got 2 thumbs?
Yeah.
Real?
Yeah.
Real?
Pinkies
Don't
aren't
let go.
considered a finger, right? Are they? I don't even know.
Yes.
Small digit? With digits. 10 digits, I think is how it's supposed to be. Either way,
That's a lot of money.
that's a whole lot of mooney. We are going to see a last potential buy here on map 1 for G3. It's a Tech 9s, and Mac 10s with a Deagle thrown in. And Calamity causing a commotion elsewhere across the map. And he's already on the board for a double and has swung G3 into a little bit of a man advantage.
And right here, it's going to have to come from who else? Right up by the captain. It's Trick putting in shots through, and it's not going to cause Calamity to get on that push. That's going to be the only man that's going to be able to come back through Monster if he does try to line this one up perfectly. Call me Sue to try and prepare back. They close the door on Monster as if they exit to A. Obi goes up to just be a bug on the bomb site. Let's see if he can be the fly in the mines.
I am confused at what that statement was. A fly in the mines.
So bothersome. Dude, you gotta watch Breaking Bad. Fly episode?
I have.
Come on.
Okay.
That's exactly what's going on. It's driving me as insane as it did Walter, but right here, it will be Obi who does falter on the fake. This is too obvious right now. It is Cricket across, but there is what is an amazing peek in this 125 seconds left, and you can't hit him with the scouts, but maybe you can with the M4s. Try and get back for it. Calamity, the Mac 10s, G3 are not going out without a fight.
Calamity finding a 4K, 23 and 17. He's loading up with this Mac 10, and he's just packing in the kills, stacking up the ADR, racking up the bodies. I'm not really sure how else I can word it. The man's kind of going off.
I would certainly think so, and the economy that's going to be pumped back into the brakes of Detonate. Take a page out of the playbook of Calamity. If I have learned anything in this one, is that it is all possible when you have an MP9 in the hands. Return what you must. Get up what you can. It is the last round, and number 24 is where things get serious for Detonate. They got to talk about things before they get into it. But obviously, this being their map pick, it on the golden platter that they have, they've got to take it right here. Otherwise, their dreams might just shatter.
This is a broken buy if I've ever seen one for Detonate. Coming off the high of the prior rounds, stringing 2 together to bridge the gap and put a lead in the face of G3. All coming to a head here after losing a single round, 2 MP9s, 2 5.7s, and a Deagle on Tricked. But this is Detonate. You can't count them out. No matter the weaponry, no matter the utility, no matter the time, no matter the goddamn map, Detonate will show up. Unless Calamity just be doing stuff, man.
P250 out, going to put the rest of the squad underway. But now, Pace going to be the play. Can they catch him out? Can they do it? The answer is probably a resounding yes. G3 have an absolute buster into the door right now. SWAT team kicking it down. Trick, you are surrounded. Put your hands in the air.
Oh.
Unfortunately, ended the way he did not wish, but now Detonate. It is revenge that is served up cold. That's the best. But N2O will just check the pulse of Gibby, and it joins this engagement. Now the 5.7s, can they make these net profits? Only goes for the 2. Fusion MP9. It would really be so poetic for him to get it on this gun, but I think it's just an attempt because it comes from the Deagle slapping down. G3 are going to take us all the way into overtime.
What a way to start one of the last best of 3s of the night. Map 1. We're into overtime, and I'm crossing my fingers. We only see a round of it.
Yeah, man. I gotta say that this whole tenuous scenario is just so unforgiving with G3, who are in the main stretch, will just be given a little bit of time to get this breath in the air. I'm not sure if this is a tech pause up right now before we get into overtime, but maybe just a breather for these guys as everything has got to be worked out. They are all actually, I think, if I'm not mistaken, and please correct me if I'm wrong, I believe that's Calamity there at the end without the headphones right now.
With the SpongeBob hoodie?
Who is that?
That's a man.
That is not who I was referring to.
That's
but
one whole human.
I'm just at a loss.
I think you're wrong. I'm just going to say it, dude. You're wrong.
I think I might have been.
Colonel Sanders, alligators are ornery because they got all them teeth and no toothbrush. Do you know what I'm quoting?
Use the mouthwash? No.
No. It's Waterboy, dude.
It's been a long time.
I hate you.
Love the Sandler. It's okay, though.
No, it's not, dude. You hurt me.
It never
deeply.
is. It never is, but I guess it could be. It's got to be this mental clarity that it does bring up from Detonate, from G3. It's a 0-0 mind game, but it will just be beaming back into the front of Detonate right now. Overtime is where we get the cards going to be pulled, and can G3 deliver us to their map selection, stealing Detonates? That would be a hard hurdle to overcome in this series.
N2O already started off with the no-scope enter getting tagged up. Gibby doubling it down, taking away that man advantage as fast as it came into fruition. Call Me Sue looks to tackle and maybe a kill of their own. They're going to push in, trying to spot out Gibby. Gibby has been instrumental in the pits, but Tricked, of course, coming up, goes 1 for 1. Obi, Avarice, last alive, 2-on-3. Detonate look to start this one off strong.
Right here for it is Trick, the man that had that clutch gene at the end of regulation, but now it's going to have to put a smoke out. He can just try and work with what he has at his disposal. Nobody really pushing on this. It's the pressure that G3 put upon the unknown.
Completely silent here. Nobody really making much noise. Not really much movement either. Trick, the only one on the minimap, currently in the process of shuffling his feet around. Everyone else is posted up. Not giving an inch, but this is a hell of an angle here. Fusion just gets timing there as they start walking out Monster. It is going to be potentially a bomb plant down. They got the space for it. They're giving it. And it's back into a 2-on-2. G3 bomb down. Retake activated here for Detonate.
Obi behind this pillar has to know that heaven is not going to be a position that is always so safe. Because right here you cannot get out without a battle. It's that nade in your face to make you bleed, because right now the blood is gushing and you are got to be rushing to this bomb that is basically almost all the way ticked. Molly to secure it. I don't know if you're gonna be able to get in front of that one. So much utility, so much in the details. It's Fusion who sneaks over, but can he be caught? And he does. It is Enzo standing up to the task, and G3 will fall out of this first. What a great way to get up with this clutch, turning and burning. Such a sensation that you feel from Enzo there.
Timing the molly down to the last half second, only taking 2 ticks of damage, putting himself into a very awkward predicament, but having full faith in your teammate means a whole hell of a lot in a situation like that, as he doubled up, got them kills, cleaned it up, and stuck the bomb. That's a play.
I would certainly say so. And as it comes in round number 2 of overtime, all in, we start to get a little bit more grateful that we have seen to this point. Obviously, it's turned up to 11 by Ravens, who to just answer back with Enzo, gets this opening kill, and Detonate sit even prettier up around and with a man advantage.
Man advantage for Detonate, taking the ever troublesome Calamity out of this one early. Maybe starting this one off a lot stronger than they closed it out. Now, Fusion, outposted. Enzo, jump spotted. They're just going to continue to try and play this one out, but N2O wants to force the issue. Enzo trying to recover this one. Sprays down one. That's almost a second, but Obi quick on his feet. It's a 3-on-3. as G3 and Detonate.
What a shot by Gibby. 22nd for him. In overtime, all in. This is where you got to step up. Timing around the pillar as well. Flicking over for it. Gibby is just finding the ends of these timings. Every single instance. Detonate sinking their teeth in for 14.
14-12. Detonate. Is overtime starts off strong for Detonate. It got a little hairy there, but Enzo kind of recovering, getting at least one back before Obi swings in, but leave it up to Gibby and the pit area to bring it back exactly where they need it to be.
Almost certainly. And now, if they want to go perfect for, honestly, I'll give them a little bit of credit. Detonate more than what they probably deserve, right? They're going to be on this CT side because of how things shake down, and really they're going to ride the wave upon all of this utility, all of this economy that they didn't fumble through that first round. Now they're going to sit so rich into the third, but it is all of your valuables just stolen out from Raven right there. But I don't know, you're not going to get away in the night, the robber. You are, Detonate, going to be put behind bars, but maybe two men gonna be out on the loose. It's Gibby that is trying to bring them back to the caboose, all in.
N2O trying to find an answer with his op, while Calamity tries to force the issue. N2O does find that kill towards Gibby, but Raven switching out, dodging nades, hitting headshots on N2O. Calamity, Arvis, he walks past the bomb. He's had to have seen it, as he's pretty, if you can't tell, it's kind of a blinking light, so you gotta spot that, right?
Just defending it. A smoke up above. And now Calamity.
Oh.
Arvis on the other side. Ravens right through. They know about this play. Bounce back right into his court. They get the ball, but can they dribble it? They have for the first. The jukes work, and they may reset the situation. Arvis, he has to try and get this harvest onto the head of Ravens does with a single headshot.
Arvis hitting it with the smoothest fadeaway shot there as he forces through the smoke. And that round really, really cutting out. But honestly, it's the fact that Ravens got in that position, had the know-how to work his way through that smoke, and gets the timing down perfect. Doesn't bump anyway, doesn't run in. Just plays it patiently, quietly, methodical. Almost worked as well.
Most certainly. And now, overtime number one. They're switching way. It's going to be Detonate. Has to find two. I believe it is 16. That's the magic number. And I know we're all used to that, but new times require new wills for new teams. So what it become? That new money that you got to try and cash out. Detonate. Can they go all the way to the bank?
Well, if Detonate do make it all the way to the bank, that means they have full A-site control, which we can only assume the bomb would be down currently. As N2O just missing a shot, but Trick sure is held in onto Obi's head. As Trick gonna bait out the shot, force himself in towards bathroom, getting a little bit of control with him and his buddy old pal. And they're just gonna kind of set up here, N2O. Kind of set up more like a turret on the front of this A-site as he looks to take the life of the first person who decides to cross his crosshair.
N2O, AWP, what a great combination. To call me Sue can just put in what exactly is going to unlock Detonate's chest. It's just ripped in, but now Ravens, he is gonna try to get your heart out just as quickly as you have gotten back. Arvis, the man that has just been a thorn in the side on this B site. But, oh, what a shot by Ravens, just streaking above. And now, N2O raining the hellfire from up above, all in. Can he bring in the constant rain?
As the rain looks to turn into a full storm here. As Kalmishu looks to storm into the site. Fusion finds one. Kalmishu finds it, lands a tap. And then a wall bang on Kalmishu! As I think we're going to have to definitely call the round in the favor of G3. We're all tied back up again, 14-14.
Oh my goodness. Now, if you don't want to go to overtime, numero dos, you got to try and be perfect full and throughout. It's got to be 2 for 2 unless you want to go even further.
Great positioning. Everything all around. This is what happens towards the end of the night. All the teams are warmed up and looking a lot better than they did at 10 in the morning.
Oh, yeah.
And this is what happens when you have some, finally, teams on the same pace with each other, on the same level. And, you know, you can't have a land buff if you're both on land.
Absolutely. That's honestly a great point. And is one of the reasons why we all travel so far. The love for the competition, the love for it all, but the love of the even playing field, right? We're sick of that online Counter-Strike. Bring it to the real court, and we'll see who that top dog is right here for it. Oh my goodness. Gibby almost completely nailed to the wall here, but Call Me Sue up and over, and Trick was looking for it. Trick was looking for it, but now goes into Monster. Ravens and Gibby both going to be on the other side. They're going to have to get off of this one audibly. Going to have to be the drop down, going to be noticed, but I don't know. They have a lot of control over what Detonate are to go through right now. It's the impulses. They are going to be underway. Not dropping off of this boost all in.
This is dedication. Oh, but the timing on all points there. And the missed Molly. Gonna give them some space for Ravens to work around. And at one sideways, Call Me Sue recovering it a little bit to the double Molly in towards ramp. Arborist gonna get pushed out. Gibby finds one on the Call Me Sue. It's a 2-on-4. Gibby low, doesn't matter. Enzo swings, gets that kill, and Obi last alive. Where Detonate, they've found themselves the round.
Money not a concern. Never really was. But G3, they're looking out for the fuzz. They don't want to go all the way down. They want to stand in tail and never fail. Get out of map number 1 with their heads held high. It is Obi that is going to try and get in. As Call Me Sue got out, no more magic left in the hat. It is Detonate that want to try and end it here. 16-14 all in.
16-14 is what they're looking for. One more round, and if not, we go to that other thing after the first overtime. I'm not going to say what it is.
Please don't speak it into existence. I think even Detonate and G3 are to the point right now where if this one doesn't end, I don't think it ever will. Right now, Detonate got to have this chokehold over the game, and they both clearly want it just as bad as the other, but that's the thing. Wanting this game so bad to be that number 1 seed is going to be all too impressive. You're going to have all of the decision, all of the test to get up with those good matchups as soon as this playoff card is going to be drawn up. Obviously, you're going to have the likes like LAG already going to be qualifying for that. You know, surprise, surprise out there. But N2O can back up and they want to join those likes. You know, G3, they had aspirations to try and join ECL this season. You know, it sounds like we're kind of digging them, but unfortunately we're not able to get way under the course. So the next best thing to be try and get a good old land victory.
Calamity in a pretty advanced position currently. You can see the full rotate coming through. Detonate. On the meantime, they're looking elsewhere. And towards Sands here is, we're going to get that initial one. Fusion find a double. Trick gets the trade, but the cost of to his teammate. Gibby finds one. Call Me Sue finds one. Gibby just destroying everybody currently within his line of sight. It's a 2-on-2 bomb down. Detonate. 2 more players is all they need.
But can they lock it in? Gibby with an MVP-like performance, just representing out here for the bomb squad. But can they pull that push pin, get the detonator started because they are ready to explode? 1v1 for Calamity, the clash of the Titans. Can they fall? Tapping this bomb, and it will be G3. You can't stand very tall because Detonator here. They got the base out, and they're coming for the whole building. This is Detonate that are going to be up 1 map against G3.
And a long map indeed. Thankfully, for everyone's sake, only a single round of overtime. G3 might have been hoping for other things, but that was Detonate's map pick, if I do remember correctly. So, I mean, there's still time for them to recover from this, but Detonate showing up and having a hell of a match.
Jeez Louise, man. You see the fist bumps coming through. Obviously, that is just map number 1, so got to get ready and locked in for the first series. I mean, you see them getting hyped up after it, right? You see all the faces back in the way. This is the journey you take at Fragadelphia. You know, it is the people you meet. But now to get some fresh air, because they do need it, mentally reset both of these teams. You know, Enzo's crew with Trick and the gang, they've been so consistent for it, really upon these LAN games. Honestly, you know, I acknowledge, right, probably their shortcomings in advanced.